Hi everyone, welcome to Victor's Tiny Kitchen where we cook Filipino favorites and more. And this is your host, Victor. And the dish that I'm going to be sharing with you today is another entry into our Paleo Keto selection. And this is none other than egg muffin. But don't you fret, don't worry, this is easy to make. Egg muffin is just a variation of how you make your egg omelette. Egg omelette is a pretty common dish and almost everybody actually makes this in their own kitchen. And so today, join me as I walk you through every step of making this dish. This is gonna be fun. Let's get started. The first thing that we need to do here is to chop up our vegetables and then saute them. So I'm just gonna dice up my celery here, enough for it to be cooked quickly. And we saute it. And this pan here is already nice and hot. I'm gonna add olive oil in it. And into my pan I'm gonna add my celery here. Let it sweat. I'm gonna season it with a bit of salt. And the next thing we need to chop is our onion. And add this into my celery here. I'm going to add salt again, and we'll give our celery and onion here a quick mix. We'll let this continue to sweat, and then let's do our green bell pepper here. So basically I used 3 stalks of celery here that I have diced up, and then I used 2 small onions that I have diced up as well, and I'm using half green bell pepper here, so I'm dicing it up as well. I'm going to add my green bell pepper now, and then we'll do our red bell pepper, and we'll dice it up as well. We'll add this into the mix. Now since there's way too many greens in my mixture here, I'm going to use this whole red bell pepper to add more red color in it. I'm going to season it with salt again, and then to this I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon here of granulated garlic. Let's give this a good mix. And then we're going to chop our scallion here. We'll add a scallion in the mix. And now it's time for us to chop our parsley into the mix as well. And then we'll crack some fresh black pepper. Crushed chili pepper, just for a little zing. And do this a good mix. Make sure that everything is well mixed. So our vegetables here are well sauteed at this point. So what we're going to do is to proceed to the next step. And for the next step, we need a dozen of eggs. And I'm going to be using organic free-range eggs here. It's a little bit of a splurge to use organic eggs as they are a bit more expensive than the regular eggs. But in a part of a paleo lifestyle is to eat less of proteins. So that would mean that even if it's expensive, we're not going to be eating this much every time. So it all balances out. And now let's start cracking our eggs. So guys, I realize that I'm using large eggs here instead of the small or medium ones. So instead of using 12, I'm just going to use 8 eggs this time. This is way more than I need for my dish. At this point, I'm going to season my egg here with salt, as well as freshly cracked black pepper and granulated garlic, like half a teaspoon. And we'll give this a good whisk. So this is good. Remember that we're making egg muffins here, so we're going to be using this muffin tray. First, what we need to do is to sprinkle olive oil in our muffin tray here. And we're going to use a basting brush here to spread our olive oil in our muffin tray. This is to make sure that we can conveniently, easily take off our egg muffins from the tray later on. This is ready, and we're gonna set this aside for now. And we'll also be using a can of albacore tuna here. I'm just gonna open my can here of tuna. And I'm just gonna drain the water. Now we are back with our assembly line here. So first that will go into our muffin tray here would be our sauteed vegetables. So I'm just kind of trying to equally divide the vegetable here on my muffin mold. The next ingredient to go in would be our chunks of albacore tuna. Now since we're using tuna chunks here, what we're going to do is to break it up. We're going to give our egg a quick stirring here. And then we'll add it in to the mix. Let's see if we have calculated our egg amount well enough. I guess we did. And then what we're going to do is to give it a mix. Give it a mix, all of them. Let the beautiful color come out. And then we're going to top it with salt. That's it. So let me show you what I did here, guys. So I'm using a bigger tray here to put my muffin tray on top of it. This will make our life easier later on in case there's an overflow coming from our eggs here, and that overflow might get into our oven and it would be hard for us to clean it up. So this bigger tray here will prevent that from happening. Now I've set up my oven here at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna bake this for 25 minutes. And once that's done, I'll be right back. So this is how our egg muffins look after we took it off the oven. By the way, I've baked it for 32 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It took longer because this egg muffin tray is kind of big, but this is already cooked. What I'm gonna do at this point is to let it cool down so that it would be easier for us to handle this stuff because it's kind of hot. And once it's cooled down, it would be easier for us to take off our egg muffins from the muffin tray. We'll be right back. Hi guys, we're back here with our final product, our Paleo egg muffin. And look at that. Doesn't that look so gorgeous? How beautiful the color is. It's golden brown and it just bakes so perfectly. And it's time for me to have a taste of it. Guys, the taste is just so savory. You know, the taste of the albacore tuna that blended well with the egg, as well as the aromatics and the vegetables. They're all perfectly blending together, making a perfect harmony of taste. I hope you guys will give it a try. And once you do, let me know what you think about your version of it by writing down your comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today, and please don't forget to click the subscribe button. And I hope to see you on my next video. Bye for now.